Bihar, a state in eastern India, presents a compelling case study in the dynamics of population growth. With a rapidly expanding population, Bihar faces both immense opportunities and significant challenges. Understanding the factors driving this growth and their potential implications is crucial for shaping effective policy interventions. The state's experience holds valuable lessons for other regions grappling with similar demographic shifts. Bihar's population trajectory will significantly impact India's overall development. The state's ability to manage its population growth will be pivotal in determining its future prosperity. By examining the interplay of fertility rates, government policies, and socioeconomic factors, we can gain insights into the complexities of population dynamics in Bihar and their broader implications for India's future. Bihar's experience underscores the need for a nuanced understanding of population dynamics. It highlights the importance of viewing population growth not merely as a challenge but also as an opportunity. By investing in human capital and creating an enabling environment, Bihar can harness the potential of its people and pave the way for a brighter future. Bihar stands out for its high fertility rate, a key driver of its population growth. As of July 2024, the state has a total fertility rate of 3 children per woman, significantly higher than the national average of 2. This difference is even more pronounced when compared to southern Indian states, many of which have fertility rates below the replacement level of 2.1. This disparity in fertility rates across India reflects a complex interplay of factors. Sociocultural norms, access to education and healthcare, and economic opportunities all contribute to variations in family size. While southern states have witnessed significant declines in fertility rates due to factors like increased female literacy and urbanization, Bihar continues to lag behind. The persistence of high fertility rates in Bihar can be attributed in part to limited access to family planning services, particularly in rural areas. Additionally, traditional beliefs and practices often favor larger families. Addressing these factors is crucial for bringing down the state's fertility rate and achieving population stabilization. The stark contrast in fertility rates between Bihar and other Indian states has significant implications for resource allocation and political representation. The upcoming delimitation of parliamentary constituencies based on the 2021 census has brought these issues to the forefront. India has a long history of family planning programs dating back to the 1950s. Recognizing the challenges posed by rapid population growth, the government launched a series of initiatives aimed at promoting family planning and reducing fertility rates. These programs have evolved over time, adapting to changing societal norms and incorporating new technologies. The initial phases of India's family planning program focused on raising awareness about family planning methods and providing access to contraceptives. However, these early efforts often faced resistance due to cultural sensitivities and limited reach, particularly in rural areas. Over time, the program shifted its emphasis towards community-based approaches, involving local leaders and healthcare workers to promote family planning. The introduction of new contraceptive technologies, such as injectable contraceptives and emergency contraceptive pills, has further expanded family planning options. The government has also made significant strides in improving access to reproductive healthcare services, particularly for women. Despite these efforts, challenges remain, particularly in states like Bihar, where fertility rates remain high. Addressing these challenges requires a multi-pronged approach that combines improved access to services with targeted interventions addressing socioeconomic factors influencing family size decisions. Fertility rates. In Bihar, where poverty and illiteracy rates remain high, breaking this cycle is crucial for achieving sustainable development. Investment opportunities outside of agriculture is essential for absorbing the growing workforce and boosting economic growth. This will require investments in infrastructure, skill development, and creating a conducive environment for businesses to thrive. Charting a sustainable future. Policy recommendations. Navigating the complexities of Bihar's population boom requires a multifaceted approach that balances the need for population control with investments in human capital and sustainable development. Addressing the root causes of high fertility rates while simultaneously harnessing the potential of a youthful population is crucial for ensuring a prosperous future for the state. Strengthening family planning programs by improving access to contraceptives, particularly in rural areas, and addressing socio-cultural barriers to their use is paramount. Empowering women through education and economic opportunities can also contribute to reducing fertility rates in the long run. Finally, addressing the political dimensions of population growth, particularly in the context of resource allocation and political representation, is crucial. A nuanced approach that balances the principles of equitable representation with the need to promote responsible population policies is essential. By adopting a holistic and forward-looking approach, Bihar can navigate the challenges and opportunities presented by its population boom and chart a course towards a more sustainable and prosperous future.